give me a valid reason as to why they're voting for Kamala Harris.
A valid reason would be that she hasn't been held legally responsible for abuse, defamation, fraud. She doesn't have 34 felonies. She didn't try to undermine our American democracy for the past few years with no sufficient evidence to indicate that she won. She also supported and influenced to get past the bipartisan infrastructure bill, the CHIPS and Science Act, the PACT Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, the largest investment in renewable energy, and the $35 cap on insulin for seniors. She had the most tie-breaking votes out of any vice president in the last 200 years, including the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black woman on the Supreme Court, and the Inflation Reduction Act.
So far, the only two that I've heard is because she's a woman and she's black.
Those aren't the only reasons people are bringing up. Those are just the reasons that you're listening to.
I want a woman that's known for using her mouth to get to the positions that she's in. And I don't mean public speeches.
This is just blatant misogyny. She has no reason to believe this. There's no good evidence that indicates this. And even if it were true, so what? Why not blame the system that set up these particular conditions that in order for a woman to get in the position that she is, that she'd have to engage in such acts? It's always blame the victim. It's never blame the system.
But then again, based off the morals of the women of the left, not surprising.
Says the one who's voting for someone who brags about walking in the changing rooms of naked teenage girls because he quote-unquote owns the place. Says he has sex in common with his daughter when she says real estate and golf. Says he would date his own daughter if it wasn't his daughter. Calls his daughter voluptuous. Says yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass.
But I'm not going to vote for someone just because they've got a cooch. Especially one that is pro-defund the police,
Convicted felon.
an open border.
What open border policy? Y'all just make this up. Also, you have a don't tread on me flag in your background. If you actually were a libertarian, you'd be okay with an open border because that, specifically the border existing, restricts the free flow of labor.
Those are the same ones that say that Trump is trying to take down the democracy and you don't even realize what's happening in front of your own eyes. You now have a candidate that you did not vote for.
We did vote for Kamala Harris. As vice president, the Biden-Harris ticket, if Biden steps down, Harris steps up. That's how it works.
All you are is a puppet in their game. I thank you for your service of being a little social justice warrior for the past 4 years, but we don't want that anymore.
Thank you for your service for being a MAGA droid, because you've got no evidence, no reason, no facts. All you've got is feeling.
Please just give me a valid reason as to why they're voting